You know, I find it rich that Maga says that all they're pro life and, they're Christians, right? You know who else is a Christian? Satan. Yeah. What? You think I'm lying? He is. Do you know what he used to go by? He went by Lucifer, who was once known as the bearer of light. And when you know what happened when Lucifer was kicked out of heaven? Did you know what Satan said after he Do you want to know what Lucifer said after he was kicked out of heaven? He said this. Hold on. You're about to see it. You're about to see it. Because this is exactly what MAGA is in a nutshell. You're about to see it. Don't worry. You're all gonna be like, wait a minute. Why does that hit so hard? Because it does. And let me remind you, facts doesn't care about your feelings. So if I offend you or if I trigger you in any way, just know I'm built like that. Okay? So, where is my remote? I'm gonna have to mute, so give me a minute, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we seem to have a bit of an issue. So, apparently the TV remote is nowhere to be found. But do not worry, I will find it. And when I do, y'all gonna be realizing soon enough that what I'm saying is the actual and benevolent truth. But you know what? You know what, Skirt? I'm not gonna use the remote today. But what I am gonna do is show y'all. Okay? I want y'all to listen to this. See, what MAGA doesn't realize is that they have a lot in common with Satan more than they have with God. Both of them believe in God, yet neither one of them follow him. And that's the difference. Don't say you're not like Satan, because you are. You don't care about the people. You don't care about 75,000 people that died due to gun violence. You don't care about, children dying or 14 million kids going to school hungry. You don't care about that, do you? Because that's just not your problem. But a Yuji Itadori cosplayer getting his hands dirty, oh, that's just a bridge too far. Right? But a Yuji Itadori cosplayer who's practically more Christian than you fake MAGA Christians and you fake predator catchers, that's just a bridge too far, right? Donald Trump, a man that rapes women, who caused an insurrection, and you guys just went by and voted for him, right? Don't say you didn't, because even though it's not that you couldn't vote for him, it's not that you were ineligible to vote, your silence proved it. It's not that you wanted to vote, it's not that you couldn't attend the voting booth, your silence proved it. So don't sit there and act like you guys are all hunky-dory. Oh, freedom, 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 God, God, freedom, freedom. No, you're not. Because if you were, and if this was a great Christian nation, 340 million Americans would have been bowing in front of Jesus Christ because their silence led to Jesus' death. It's not that Jesus. Here's the thing. First, they came for the immigrants, but I wasn't an immigrant, so I didn't say anything. Then they came for the VTubers, but I wasn't a VTuber, so I didn't say anything. And then they came for me because I was a reminder of Jesus' salvation, and there was no one left to help because I was stoned to death. So Maga, you could shut the fuck up about y'all being Christians because y'all not. Y'all are not. Y'all wave y'all flags like y'all are some Confederate Republican and be like, oh, we love Trump. Oh yeah, you love Trump, right? Name one thing that he settled in a war. Let me know. What war did he settle? Let me know. And if you look it up, you're a dumbass. Let me know. He settled none. He didn't settle the Chinese War. He didn't settle the Cold War. He didn't settle the Ice Age War. He didn't settle nothing. All he settled was his dick inside of Eugene Carroll. That's what he settled. That's what he settled. That's what he settled. And y'all predator catchers and y'all fake predator catchers, y'all say that y'all been doing this for 20, 30, 40, 60 years. Y'all didn't have the decency to literally go out there and literally punch the ever-living shit out of the president while he was still raping Eugene Carroll. See, I wonder, who could have warned y'all about God's judgment coming onto the earth? Oh, I don't know. Jesus did. Who could have warned y'all about, offenses, about pedophilia? Oh, I don't know. Jesus did. Mark chapter 9, verse 42. For whosoever defiles these little ones who believe in me to sin, it will be better for him if a great millstone were hung about their necks and was casted into the sea. And if you want to hear the context version, let me give it to you. For whosoever rapes my children, their necks shall be detached from their heads, and their bodies are thrown to the sea. You know what that tells you? Jesus wants every pedophile on a guillotine. That's what he wants. He's all loving, merciful, yes, but at the same time, he detests pedophiles. He detests them. He hates them with a passion. He wants the guillotine on them. For whosoever rapes my children, their necks shall be detached from their heads, and their bodies are thrown to the sea. That means any pedophile that rapes a child or one of my children, their necks are going to be detached. And that's why we're here as a country, because all you guys been doing since the hantavirus came out, and all you guys been doing since the COVID virus came out, and all you guys been doing while a UGE Tadori cosplayer was getting your hands dirty was saying this. That's just not my problem, because it is your problem. A Yuji Itadori cosplayer is more Christian than you fake predator catchers and you fake MAGA Christians. So don't come to me talk about some, oh, America first, America first, America first. That's not patriotism. That's nationalism. And me, what I'm doing is patriotism. Ephesians 5:11. Have nothing with the works of iniquity, but rather expose them. That's patriotism. What that tells is patriotism. Because me, I'm criticizing every single predator catcher, every single fake MAGA Christian. I'm criticizing y'all because y'all don't do shit. Y'all just want to be like Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory and be like, shut instead of getting your hands dirty. A Yuji Itadori cosplayer went to an anime convention, saw a literal child molester, and beat his ass up. And you know what happened next? The pedophile walked free with compensation and minimal charges, while the predator poacher gets fucking arrested and gets time in jail. What? You think this is all a joke? No, it's not. Because it's never been about the price of eggs. It's never been about the price of gas. It's been about white. It's been about Pedophile Island. That's what it's been about. So you fake predator catchers out there, y'all do expose videos for what? For what? Research? Education purposes? How about trying getting your hands dirty? How about beating a pedophile's ass? How about putting him up for the guillotine? How about that? See, you want to lower the cases of rape? Bring back the guillotine. Relive Mark chapter 9, verse 42, because God hates pedophiles. God hates them. God hates them with a passion. God would rather see pedophiles on a guillotine than rather see pedophiles hanged like a fucking museum. Because why? Because God hates pedophiles that badly. He hates them. Mark chapter 9, verse 42. And for you fake Christians that say that, there was a solar eclipse, but that was just made by science. Okay, science, right? Let's roll with that. Let's roll that, the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse was made by science. Why did Paul wrote the book of Acts? Why did Paul wrote the book of Acts? Since you say that the solar eclipse was all science, right? What does the book of Acts chapter 2 verse 19 to 20 say? Don't look it up, because if you do, you're a dumbass. Let me give you it. For I will show the signs and of the heavens and of the earth beneath, pillars of fire and vapors of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon to blood before the great and notable day of the Lord come. Was that science? No. That was Paul literally writing the entirety of the book of Acts. And what Paul saw. Paul saw a solar eclipse. Paul saw a lunar eclipse. The sun shall be turned into darkness as the moon to blood. And what happened on August 21st of 2017? A solar eclipse. What happened during 4 months and 7 years later? As of right now. No, as of like 2 years ago. Exactly. Lunar eclipse. The sun shall be turned into darkness as the moon to blood before the great and notable day of the Lord come. So y'all fake Christians out there, y'all can shove it up your ass, talk about I believe in God. If you believed in God, then why didn't you look at the signs? Why didn't you look at what's normal and what's not normal? What's not normal is the Antichrist being paved out for the way for the Antichrist to come out and say, hey, you could achieve godhood. You could do this. Maga be hating, but Satan be rage baiting. And that's the difference. And what's even sad is that Maga is the same with Satan. They both rage. They both get mad when facts talks about their feelings. Satan has a lot in common with Maga, and Maga has a lot in common with Satan. They both claim to believe in God, yet neither one of them follow him. They both claim that they're predator catchers, yet neither one of them gets their hands dirty. It's the truth. It is easier for a predator poacher to go through an eye of a needle than it is for a predator catcher to enter into the kingdom of heaven. It is better for a It is easier for a MAGA. No, it is easier for us who believe in Christ, who put their finished work on the cross through faith, to go through an eye of a needle than it is for a MAGA Christian who says they believe in God, yet they don't follow him, to go to heaven. Y'all want to sit there and act like y'all are the heroes of the internet. When's the last time y'all saved E. Jean Carroll? When's the last time y'all talked about Katie Johnson? When's the last time y'all talked about, white supremacy? When's the last time y'all ever talked about that on your pages? Oh, I can't do that because I don't want my Christian godmother to get mad at me. Oh, I can't talk about Renee Good because I don't want to upset my predator catcher fan base. That's what this is. Y'all rather have people as the content, not the platform. And that's why when ICE was dragging a pregnant woman across the snow, not once did Kitty Paquita, not once did Sped Noodles, not once did any of these predator catchers, as they proclaim to be, literally talk about Renee Good on their pages. Not once, not twice, not even third time. They rather talk about what's important to them than it is what's important about the country. And that's why we're here. MAGA be hating, but Satan be rage baiting. And they both are literally in cahoots. MAGA and Satan both get in cahoots with each other. They both goon to cruelty. They both goon to hatred. They both goon to unrighteousness. They goon to it. They love it. They love it. MAGA and Satan love the cruelty. They love it. And MAGA, don't you start saying that you regret it when you know damn well your ass voted for the adjudicated rapist in the first place. God literally told y'all. God literally gave y'all chance after chance after chance after chance. When Barack Obama was around, y'all voted for the white man. When Kamala Harris was around, y'all voted for the white man. God gave y'all chance after chance to change y'all ways. But now, after seeing what's going on, God is like, you know what? When I come back, I'm only taking the people that actually care about other people up to my kingdom. That's like, y'all don't see it because y'all choose to ignore it. I wonder, who could have warned y'all about pestilence? Oh, right, Jesus did it. Who could have warned y'all about the darkness coming at your door? Oh, right, Michelle Obama. If you think the darkness is not coming at your door, you are sadly mistaken. And guess what that darkness represents? Donald Trump. Y'all would rather have Donald Trump as the platform than Renee Good, Alex Preddy, and Breonna Taylor. Not once. I looked at Spend Noodles page. Not once was Alex Preddy or Renee Good mentioned. Because that's not her problem. I looked at Kitty Paquita's page. Not once was Alex Preddy or Renee Good talked about on their page. Because that's not her problem. What is her problem is her creating content. What's her problem is her actually, sitting down on the computer and doing research like Dexter's Laboratory. That's her problem. Not about the country. Not about white supremacy. It's literally about content. Content, not the platform. Not once was a platform mentioned. Not once. And I'm pretty sure Kitty Paquita and Sped Noodles literally sat there and watched the pregnant woman get dragged in the snow by ICE and not say anything. Because why? Because they're not of that color. Mind you, the pregnant woman was Puerto Rican and she was mixed. Not a single damn thing. Not a single damn word from either both of them. Because why? Because they proclaim and they declare with their mouths that they honor God, yet their hearts never followed him. Facts doesn't care about your feelings. But I'm pretty sure it's the other way around. Feelings doesn't care about facts because you rather have ICE as the content, not the pregnant woman as the platform. 77 million people voted for the adjudicated rapist who raped women, who caused an insurrection, who literally led to the death of 5 officers while 4 of them committed suicide because of their PTSD, who literally raped a 13-year-old and now is being sued for $80 trillion, and not a single damn thing about it on your pages. I looked at Sped Noodles, I looked at Kitty Paquita's, I looked at everyone else's pages. I looked at everyone's pages. Not a single damn thing. Not a single mention of Alex Preddy. Because everything's all hunky-dory to y'all, right? Everything's all hunky-dory. Oh, Alex Preddy died? Oh, that's not my problem. There's nothing to see here. So, when you go to the voting booth, I want you to play this song out loud. I want y'all to play that song out loud. Problem, not my problem. That's just not my problem. Right? Because it never been your problem. Alex Pretty, Renee Good, all of that shit was never your problem. Because you couldn't, because it's not that you couldn't vote for Donald J. Trump. It's not that you were ineligible to. Your votes, your silence proved Donald Trump's victory. Romans 6:23. For the wages of sin is death, but the free price of God is through what? Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. So your silence worshipped Donald J. Trump as your Lord and Savior. Y'all literally took notes from the book of Samuel. You went to God 3 times and said, God, let me have an earthly king. And look at what you have. Don't blame me. Don't blame God. Blame yourself. Because you voted for this shit. So y'all fake predator catchers and y'all fake wannabe predator catchers, y'all fake wannabe Christians, y'all could shove up your Bible up your ass. Y'all could shove up your gold crosses up your ass because you already know. 77 million people voted for this shit. 77 million people decided to say, hey, let me vote for an adjudicated rapist. And look what happened. Y'all went to God and said, God, let me have an earthly king. God said no on the first election. The second election in 2020, y'all went to God, said, God, let me have an earthly king. God said no. Then the third election in 2024, y'all went to God one final time and said, God, let me have an earthly king. And immediately, y'all shut your mouths up because y'all already knew what God was going to say. So let me ask you something. When was it that y'all actually cared about the country? Never, right? Because ever since 1619, white people has been lynching black people on trees. Here's the thing. It's not about the price of eggs. It's not about the price of gas. You just couldn't stomach the black woman. You just couldn't stomach Barack Obama. You just couldn't stomach John McCain. You just couldn't stomach Jasmine Crockett being the governor of Texas. So you chose the baddest of the worst, which is the white man. And guess what's going to happen on 2028? Oh, did I forgot to mention Donald Trump said that he's not leaving office in either 2038 and in 2032. So you know what that means? I literally declared this. When Donald Trump becomes the president again, he's going to make rape legal in every city that has a white male governor. I literally predicted this. I wonder, when did I say that? Oh yeah, last live stream 2 years ago. Donald Trump is going to win, and he's going to make rape legal in every state, in every country that has a white male governor. And by the way, it is now illegal to criticize Donald Trump. You, MAGA, and you, fake predator catchers, voted for this shit. Don't say you did it, because you did. Through your silence, you voted for Trump. Through your silence, you went to God and said, God, let me have an earthly king. Through your silence, you made Jesus Christ die on that cross. Through your silence, you allowed rape to continue further in our country. So y'all can shut the fuck up about being heroes of the internet or about being Christians, because y'all are not. Y'all are modern-day Pharisees. If this was a great Christian nation, 340 million Americans would have been bowing in front of Jesus Christ, asking for forgiveness because their silence led to his death. So while me, Paul, and Schlepp, while I expose the atrocities of the world, because that's what Ephesians 5:11 says, have nothing with the works of iniquity, but rather expose them. I'm going to do that. Paul is going to expose the atrocities of Donald J. Trump, And Schlep is going to expose the atrocities of Roblox. Because why? Because I consider these two men of faith. I consider myself also a man of faith. Because here's the thing. I don't want a house. I don't want a car. I don't want a wife. I don't want anything that revolves around money. Because why? Because money is the root of all evil. What's the greatest commandment God gave us? God said to not only trust the Lord with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. What else is the greatest commandment? Love thy neighbor as thyself. When was the last time you gave a homeless man food? When was the last time you gave a homeless man something to drink? When was the last time you gave a homeless man a clothes to wear? When was the last time you gave a homeless man a home to stay? When was the last time you gave a homeless man something that pertains to his health? Nowhere. Not in Kitty Paquita, not in Sped Noodles, not in anyone's pages have I seen them go outside and give to the homeless. So when Judgment Day comes, I'm going to be there with popcorn, if God willing. And I'm going to eat every single speck of popcorn from every lie that comes out of y'all mouths, y'all fake predator catchers and y'all fake wannabe Christians. I better hear that, yes, y'all did save Eugene Carroll. And then God's going to say, okay, when? When did you save Eugene Carroll? When did you beat the shit out of Donald J. Trump? When did you beat his ass? When did you give belt to ass to that child molester that was at an anime convention? That's what this country needs. This country needs public executions because Mark chapter 9, verse 42 literally tells you how detestable Jesus hates pedophiles. Jesus hates pedophiles with a passion. He hates it. And if neither one of you want to have this conversation, then nothing's going to change. Want to lower the rates of rape? Literally shoot down the pedophile. Call it a day. Plain and simple. Beat him up. Beat that pedophile's ass. No need to fight back or anything. I don't care if it's political. Like, I don't care if a man's a political pedophile. I don't care if the man's a gaming pedophile. I don't care who it is. Beat his ass if you want to lower the rates of rape. Want to lower the cost of gun violence? Remove the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. It's that simple. Let no man have the right to bear arms. Only those who are licensed can have arms. It's that simple. So I will also allow background checks. Literally background checks of every character, every nation, every affiliated party, every obituary, every internet search history. Because that way I will know who's actually a part of the country and who's actually not. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 32, and Mark chapter 9, verse 42. Give it a read. Give it a read. I bet y'all won't do it. I bet y'all won't do it. Matter of fact, let me give y'all a read. Since y'all want to say y'all are the heroes of the internet and you say y'all actually care about the homeless. Okay. Let's go to that. Exodus, the 10 Commandments. Let's listen to the 10 Commandments, since, my mom always tells me to always follow the 10 Commandments. This is what Maga be missing out. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other gods before me. That means no Buddhas. That means no Buddhism. That means no that means no Buddhas. That means no Muhammads. That means none of that. You shall not make for yourself a carved image, any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You shall not bow to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generation of those who hate me, but showing mercy to thousands to those who love me and keep my commandments. Now, mind you, this is what these fake predator catchers, this is what these MAGA Christians and mind you, this is what a lot of us do all the time. Well, not all the time. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you shall labor and do all your work. But the seventh day, Sunday, is the Sabbath of your Lord your God. In it you shall do no work, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your male servant, nor your female servant, nor your cattle, nor your stranger who is within your gates. For in 6 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the Lord made the heavens and the earth and the sea and all that is in them, and rested on the seventh day, Sunday. Therefore, the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long upon the land which the Lord your God has given you. MAGA, you shall not commit murder. Yet what does MAGA do? Murder. You shall not commit adultery. What do MAGA pedophiles do? Commit adultery. What do MAGA do? Y'all shall not steal. MAGA be doing that. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. MAGA, you be lying to your neighbors, I see. You shall not covet to your neighbor's house. You shall not covet to your neighbor's wife, nor his male servant, nor his female servant, nor his ox, or his donkey, nor anything that is of your neighbors. That is the 10 commandments. So MAGA, I want to know, which commandment did you break? Because in the book of James, it literally says that if you're found guilty of breaking one commandment, you're guilty of breaking all of them. You voted for a man that rapes women. That's committing adultery, by the way. So you, along with Donald Trump, literally broken the very commandment. Murder. MAGA, you said you voted for an adjudicated rapist that also promised no new wars, right? What is happening now, Iran? I wonder, what does the book of Matthew chapter 24 verse 6 say? Oh, I don't know. For there shall be wars and rumors of war. I wonder. Now, if we go to Leviticus chapter 19 verse 33, and I know MAGA doesn't want to hear it because, MAGA be like that. MAGA is all, like, they think they're built tough. All right, MAGA 19 verse 33. MAGA, y'all are crazy. Leviticus chapter 19 verse 33. Where is it? Verse 33. Let me see. This is Numbers. Leviticus chapter 19 verse 33. Now let's read the book of Leviticus chapter 32. No, actually, let's read the whole book of Leviticus 19. All right? Morale and ceremonial laws. Watch this, MAGA. Oh no, this is a bridge too far. I can't hear it. Well, guess what? I'm going to read it to you anyway. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, speak to all the congregation of the children of Israel, and say to them, you shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. Every one of you shall revere his mother and his father, and keep my Sabbaths. I am the Lord your God. Do not turn to idols, nor make for yourselves molded gods. I am the Lord your God. And if you offer a sacrifice of a peace offering to the Lord, you shall offer it off of your own free will. It shall be eaten the same day you offer it, and on the next day and if any remains until the third day, it shall be burned in the fire. And if it's eaten at all on the third day, it is an abomination. It shall not be accepted. Therefore, everyone who eats it shall bear his iniquity, because he has profaned the hallowed offering of the Lord, and that person shall be cut off from his people. When you reap the harvest of your land, you shall not wholly reap the corners of your field, nor shall you gather the gleanings of your harvest, and you shall not glean your vineyard, nor shall you gather every grape of your vineyard. You shall leave them for the poor and the stranger. I am the Lord your God. You shall not steal, nor deal falsely, nor lie to one another. And you shall not swear by my name falsely, nor shall you profane the name of your God. I am the Lord your God. You shall not cheat on your neighbor, nor rob him. The wages of him who is hired shall not remain with you all night till morning. You shall not curse the deaf, nor put a stumbling block before the blind, but shall fear your God. I am the Lord. You shall do no injustice in judgment. You shall not be partial to the poor, nor honor the person of iniquity. In righteousness you shall judge your neighbor. You shall not go about as a talebearer among your people, nor shall you take a stand against the life of your neighbor. I am the Lord. You shall not, mind you, this is what Maga wants. You shall not hate your brother in your heart. You shall surely rebuke your neighbor, and bear no sin because of him. You shall not take vengeance, nor bear any grudge against the children of your people, but you shall love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord. You shall keep my statutes. You shall not let your livestock breed with another kind. You shall not sow your field with mixed seed, nor shall a garment of mixed linen and wool come upon you. Whoever lies carnally with a woman who is betrothed to a man as a concubine, and who has not at all been redeemed, nor given her freedom, for this there shall be scourging, but they shall not be put to death, because she was not free. And he shall bring his trespass offering to the Lord, to the door of the tabernacle of meeting, a ram as a trespass offering. The priest shall make atonement for him with the ram of the trespass offering before the Lord of his sin which he has committed, and the sin of which he has committed shall be forgiven him. When you come into the land and have planted all kinds of trees for food, then you shall count their fruit as uncircumcised. 3 years it shall be as uncircumcised to you. It shall not be eaten. But in the 4th year, all of its fruit shall be holy, a praise to the Lord. And in the 5th year, you may eat its fruit, that it may yield you to its increase. I am the Lord your God. You shall not eat anything with the blood, nor shall you practice divination or soothsaying, meaning tarot cards or crystal readings or palm readings. You shall not shave around the sides of your head, nor shall you disfigure the edges of your beard. You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor tattoo any marks on you. I am the Lord. Do not prostitute your daughter to cause her to be a harlot. This is what Maga do. Lest the land fall into harlotry, and the land become full of wickedness. You shall keep my Sabbaths and my reverence, my sanctuary. I am the Lord. Give no regard to mediums and familiar spirits. Do not seek after them, to be defiled by them. Tarot cards, palm readers, people who have sages. Again, now, Maga, this is for y'all. I don't give a fuck. You're gonna hear it anyways. You shall rise before the gray head and honor the presence of an old man and fear your God. I am the Lord. If a stranger dwells with you in your land, if a immigrant dwells with you in your land, you shall not mistreat them. The immigrant who dwells among you shall be to you as one born among you. You shall love him as yourself, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord. So again, when was the last time you helped a homeless man? When was the last time you gave him food to eat? When was the last time you gave him a home to stay? When was the last time you gave an immigrant a tour of New Jersey or a tour of America? When was the last time you did that, fake predator catchers? When was the last time? Nothing about that on your page. Nothing about you giving a homeless man a place to stay. Nothing about that on your page, but you exposing, you making content about pedophiles instead of beating them to a pulp. That's more important, right? That's more important, right? You having sages and you having crystals by your bed, claiming that you're a Christian, claiming that you pray to God and that you love God, but have tarot cards by your bed, that's more important, right? You having tarot cards when God says, literally in the 10 Commandments and of the statutes, do not seek familiar spirits. Do not seek them, nor to be defiled by them. That means don't look into tarot card readers because they don't know God. They say they do, but they don't. Do not look into people who carry sage. Do not look for people that have crystals by their bed but claim to be Christians. Let me read it again so y'all can literally understand what it says. Hold up. Let me read to y'all again. Leviticus chapter 19. Where that at? Where that at? Where's that at? Hold on. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Give no regard to mediums. You know who they are? Palm readers. They don't know your birth date. Demons know your birth date. Demons know your future. Demons know the very tarot cards they read. Demons. Demons. Not them. Demons. So whenever you get your palm read, that is a demon telling you your future. That is a demon telling you all this stuff. It's not them. It's demons. Do not, like it says it right here. Where is it at? Gosh darn it. You give no regard to mediums and familiar spirits. Do not seek after them to be defiled by them. So how can you claim that you're Christian, yet you have tarot cards by your bed? How can you claim to be Christian, yet you have crystals by your bed? How can you claim to be Christian, yet you have a pentagram as a tattoo on your forearm? How can you claim to be Christian, yet you have a literal pentagram painted on your wall? You're not. Modern day Pharisees. And that's what MAGA and that's what these fake predator catchers are. Modern day Pharisees. They don't care about the people. They care about the content they produce on the platform. And that's why we're here as a country. 77 million people, including Sped Noodles and Katie Bakita. Hey, don't say you didn't vote. Your silence voted for Donald Trump. It's not that you couldn't. It's not that you didn't vote for Trump. Your silence made you vote for him. So if anyone wants to come out and say, "Oh, I voted for Donald Trump because I think he's a good president." Okay, when was the last time he cared about the people? When was the last time? Matter of fact, since y'all want to talk about how Donald Trump promised no new wars, right? Since y'all want to proclaim that Donald Trump proclaimed new wars, right? What does the book of Matthew 24, verse 6 say? For there shall be wars and rumors of war. For there shall be wars and rumors of war. And what is Donald Trump planning to do to Cuba? He's planning to invade it. Because Iran is giving belt to ass to the pedophile Donald J. Trump. So he's focusing on a country that he, for sure, can beat. Basically, Donald Trump is saying in his voice, "Okay, I'm getting bored of Iran. Let me just go out of my way and plan an invasion in Cuba. That will for sure tell people that I've beaten a country." No new wars, right? Well, guess what's happening with Donald J. Trump? He's literally planning to invade Cuba. Y'all are not Christians. What about the hantavirus? I wonder, who could have predicted that? Oh, right, Jesus did. Who predicted that there would be a solar eclipse on August 21st of 2017? Oh, right, Jesus did. Who could have predicted that there would be blood moons in 4 months and 7 years in between? Oh, right, Jesus did. What scripture, what chapter, what book, what verse literally talked about the solar and lunar eclipse? Right. The book of Acts, chapter 2, verses 19 to 20. For I will show signs from the heavens above and of the earth beneath. Pillars of fire, vapor, and smoke. The sun shall be turned to darkness as the moon to blood before the great and notable day of the Lord come. Those weren't signs. That was God saying, "Yo, wake up." But these MAGA Christians who proclaim they know God and these fake predator catchers who proclaim that they're heroes of the internet would rather not get their hands dirty, but rather be Dexter's Laboratory's little brother. It's that simple. A Yuji Itadori cosplayer is more Christian than these fake predator catchers out there. Because why? Because he rather gets his hands dirty. He rather takes vengeance. Because he rather cares about the people rather than the country. And if I was to be president, I would have done the same thing the Yuji Itadori cosplayer would have done. Want to reduce the rates of rape? Literally bring back the guillotine. Make people relive Mark chapter 9, verse 42. Because Jesus literally hates pedophiles. He hates them. He hates them. He hates them with a passion. He rather would see people chopped up in a chopping block rather than people being displayed hanging with a noose as if it was built in a museum. That's how much he hates pedophiles. And if you don't like it, you can go find a Mayflower and ship your ass back to England, because this has never been a great Christian nation. If this was, and if Jesus was still around today, 340 million Americans, including myself, including my mom, including everybody, would have been bowing in front of Jesus Christ asking for our forgiveness, because our silence made him die on that cross. It's not that we couldn't fight back. It's not that we didn't have a voice. Our silence made him die on that cross. Even the guy, even the Roman emperor, even said, "I found no guilt within this man." So MAGA, when are you gonna have a change of heart? There could be two outcomes. You can have a change of heart now, actually go outside and find Jesus, or you can wait on Judgment Day while I'm there, Paul and Schlepp, and we'll hear every one of you say that you did help Eugene Carroll, that you did help the woman that was pregnant across the getting dragged by ice. And I will literally, me, the Lord, Paul, and everyone will be laughing at your wickedness. It literally says in the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 13. 37, verse 13. For the Lord laughs at his wickedness, for he knows their time will come. So what will it be, MAGA? Either go outside and actually find Jesus and actually seek forgiveness, or wait till Judgment Day to hear the verdict. You either have two options. That includes you, predator catchers. You either go outside and actually beat up pedophiles' ass and actually shoot them down, or you can wait until Donald Trump becomes president again and makes a law where pedophiles are now legal. You have the two options. Either be like Yuji Itadori, the cosplayer that literally beat a child molester at a convention because he rather gets his hands dirty and because he cares about children and he cares about the people, or you could stay silent and watch it all happen. And watch as the pedophile walks free with minimum charges and compensation, and the predator poacher who beat that ass gets arrested. Which one? And just so you know, your silence voted for Donald J. Trump. I wonder what's going to happen in 2028. I'm going to predict this. The same people that voted for the same people, the same predator catchers, the same MAGA that voted for an adjudicated rapist in the White House, Donald J. Trump, is the same people that's going to vote for the Antichrist when he comes out. So, we are in the last second, people. And when I'm gone, and when people hear about this stuff, then they're going to realize, wait a minute. This guy was speaking facts. Why didn't we listen to him? Because your silence made you choose. It's not that you couldn't vote. It's not that you were ineligible to vote. Your silence made you choose. So when I'm gone, when I'm in the rapture, and when I'm up there, don't blame me. Don't blame God. Don't blame Jesus. Blame yourself. Blame your silence. You voted for this, not me. See, I voted for Kamala Harris because I would rather have my taxes go up, which means I would have more money in my pocket. I voted for Kamala Harris because I wanted to help students get out of debt. I voted for Kamala Harris because I wanted to help with gun reform and background checks and bringing back the guillotine. You know? I cared about making the country better, not making it worse. So for you pedophile catchers and for you MAGA, have the day you voted for. And when the Antichrist comes out, don't blame me, don't blame God, don't blame anyone else. Blame yourself and blame your silence. Because that very same silence that made you vote for Donald Trump is going to be the very same silence that's going to make you vote for the Antichrist. I declare and decree by the power and the authority of the Holy Spirit and by the blood of Christ, there will be people that will vote for the Antichrist, and there will be people that will not care to listen to what I literally say, because they don't care about the people. They don't care about morality and decency. They only care about what's white for them. So with that being said, like I said, you either have two options. You either can go outside and find Jesus, or you could wait until Judgment Day to see how it truly feels when you say that you helped Eugene Carroll and when you're shown that you didn't actually help them. So with that being said, love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next stream. Take care. And one more thing. Not only is Donald Trump planning to bomb Iran, not bomb Iran. Not only is Donald Trump planning to invade Cuba, but he's also planning to bomb Iran at the same time. Remember what he said. Today will be power plant and bridge day, unlike any other. Praise be to Allah. So, with that being said, again, either find Jesus, either actually care about the people, actually care about the homeless, or wait till Judgment Day. After the day you voted for.